What are we talking about? Okay. Mike, why don't you start with, well, I'll start and then we jump in. At the end of the fall, obviously, this is it for the fall as far as playing. And from fall expectations, those of you that are wondering, what do we do between fall and the next year, right? So everybody can see the work that we need to put together. Okay. Thursday night start next Thursday. Okay. Kids will have time slots based on how they can get there and what they need to do to get together to get there. Okay. What we do on Thursday nights is the most valuable thing that you'll get. One of the highlights of this organization. Do not second guess it. It's very, very, very important. It will continue to build the chemistry amongst these kids when they work together. High school teams have the luxury of working together all the time. Okay, they get to practice 5 days a week. Kids see each other. So if it's a good situation, it's really good for the high school. If it's bad, obviously, it's bad for the high school. But for us, because of the work we put in together, most of your daughters in our conversation today talked about how their confidence and their nerves are getting the best of them. Okay, how they're overthinking and struggling with having to just go play. And we've talked about things that they need to do to improve that. Self-talk, self-motivation, understanding each other as players, encouraging each other, right? And they're starting mentally to turn a corner right now. Thursday nights, working together, working out together, pushing each other, motivating each other is the foundation and building blocks for that. Hitting, which we only talk about right now about hitting, but those foundation blocks are built there. How to do things during a game, how to make adjustments during a game, how to be confident in seeing the next pitch and reacting properly without overthinking your at bat. Okay, those things, we work on those things, not just swing mechanics and balance and strength. What a great play. All right, so that's Thursday. That's $25 a night. You can come in there, even if your time slot is a certain spot. Like the Rogers girls, I got to kick them out of the gym. They show up, they wear everybody out, and then they go home. I highly encourage as much of that as you can. After that, primarily the next time we'll get together as a group, unless something comes up, would be trivia night. And trivia night's a big fundraiser for us. Okay, it's our first time we get together after a couple months off prior to going into Sunday morning workouts. It's a Saturday night before our first Sunday morning workout. And it gets everybody together again, families together. It helps families get to know each other. It's a good time for all of us to kind of get together and, all right, we're back on it again and supporting, right? There's responsibilities with trivia night. I'm gonna let Michael talk about that.
It's also an opportunity where it brings in the girls from the younger teams as well, and so just to build that foundation.
Nice. Did you get that?
To build that foundation, but a lot of it's taken care of already. You are responsible for selling your tickets and selling more of them if you can, and if you need more, just let me know, I'll print more out. But everybody is responsible for a basket to raffle off, and also 3 door prizes, which are gift cards that we hand out to, we draw names and whatever. But since we didn't have a golf tournament last year, we really need to raise as much money as we can at trivia night this year. So the more people we can get in there, the better. Everything's pretty much taken care of. Grace's dad does the DJing, so that helps because that's usually something big that we had to pay for out of this. So the last 2 years we haven't had to pay for that, so that
It's at Endwell Greens again?
Endwell Greens, yeah.
So the best thing for those of you that are traveling a little bit farther than the normal, if you can, I know I do, I go down and spend the night that night, because the next morning we're up at 8 o'clock down at the Dome for the first day. So it's not required, it's just, that's kind of why we do it that way, to give you the opportunity for those of you who are out of town.
Another idea that I recently had based on actually a Waterloo fundraiser that I saw online, to sell winter Raider hats. I figured if we can push them out right before Christmas, maybe people will buy them as Christmas gifts, but also we can sell them at trivia night to the younger teams, but also at the Dome, because parents are always freezing. So they forget a hat, they need a hat, maybe they'll pick it up there. Bob thinks that he might be able to get us a deal so that we can actually make, between 1,000 and 2,000 off of hats. So that would be amazing.
My dad said he'll do another Super Bowl board too.
Perfect.
So we'll have that. He'll have that ready at trivia too to pick squares.
Perfect.
So Dad's already on that.
Yep, and that'll be right there when you walk in,
Yep.
and then everybody always buys a square when they either pay or turn in their ticket.
Perfect.
What's the value of the baskets?
Usually we try and hit like $20 to $30. If you can get stuff that's like donated, like somebody did a car wash one last year and they got it at all the stuff at Advanced Auto and it was all donated stuff. So you can do something like that. We've had people do like a money tree before. I was trying to think there was another good one last year where somebody had everything
I
donated.
don't know, I would go for the coffee one.
Yeah. Oh, and sometimes it's not like a lot of stuff in a basket. Somebody might do like a few bottles of wine in a basket. That's always popular too. Other than that, I started this, I don't know, 2 years ago, an American Girl doll that's dressed like a Raider, and it makes a ton of money with the little girls, and grandparents that are there. They just shove money at this doll. So we usually raffle off for more than the baskets, and in the last 2 years we've made like $300 off of a doll.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so if anything's, I have Yankee season tickets that I usually offer them. So I won't have the tickets in hand because they don't print them out to me until later in the spring. But I'd be more than happy to donate a date. 2 tickets down on the ground floor or whatever. And they're press seats, so
Yep.
nice.
We made a few hundred off of those last year
Yeah.
too. But other than that, like we just need more ideas where we're not like selling cookie dough because that never really does well.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
So the net, the delta is, our budget is, first of all, so all of you guys understand, in the budget, it's transparent. If you ever want to see it, I'll be more than happy to share it. The budget has been something that every year, Dale was to the freaking penny with everything. I took his budget and crossed it over and then stayed with that format. I have it in Excel. And year to year, I take the actuals and I plug them again. So it's, it's within $100 of being right on money as far as how we spend money. Over the years, just so you know, I do not take money for any of this. My hotels get paid. I do not take money for food. I do not take payment. My flights are covered, and any rental cars out of town, like for a week. Like when I rent a car on the weekends, I pay that out of my own pocket. Gas comes out of my pocket. Tolls come out of my pocket, and that's the way we've always done it. If I had $5,000 to kick in every year, I wouldn't even charge my hotel. So we try to keep it as cheap as possible. I was in your shoes at one point. I understand the ridiculous amount of money this is. But I also know and believe that what we're doing and what the end result is. Right? So it is worth it. And I know I can sympathize with what it costs. I will do whatever I can to make this as painless as possible. But on your end, you also have to do me the favor of making sure that you make it as painless as possible for me. There's been years I've kicked in $3 or $4 grand to cover the budget. I will never let our budget go in the hole. So last year will never carry over to the next team. Okay, that's my responsibility. So I take the responsibility for that. So I really need, I don't like the fundraise. I like trivia night because we're all together. I think it's a great time. I like the golf tournament because we were all together and it brought us all together. It is not convenient and it's very difficult, and I get that. So if anybody comes up with an idea, says, hey, we can throw X amount of money at the team to help everybody, I'm all in. However we can do that, I'm all in. But I really need everybody to take that serious, right, and try to put it together, because our delta's about 12 grand after the trivia night. Okay, we used to make about 8,500 off the golf, and then like 1,000 off the Super Bowl boards and stuff like that. So it's a big number. The tournaments that we go into, just so you know, are ridiculous. We pay $2,700, $3,000 to go to one tournament, $2,500 to go to 2 of them, and now the 2 Jersey ones are up to $2 grand each, right? And then we still got 3 other tournaments to pay for. Before you get done, you add it up, you're at 20 grand. We're out of pocket right now, $18,000 on tournaments for next year that we've already had to pay for. You don't pay for them a year early, you don't go. So I just want to express the seriousness of all of that. So, and I know all of you take it serious, but just so everybody understands, we're on the same page. Fundraisers are a horrible thing because you're doing them in school. Everybody's selling this and that, but if anybody's got any ideas, please speak up.
Well, I've got about 10 of them. I do junior high student council at school. I did senior high student council for 18 years, so I mean, I know you don't like it, but right now, the 2 big things right now, especially with the little kids, are pop sockets on the back of the phone. You can get custom, we could get Raiders on it or the Raider logo on it. Pop socket, you can also get different designs too, just so there's extra things. But those would probably go gangbusters for especially the younger girls. They're good stocking stuffers. I mean, you can sell them, you know, for like $6 or whatever. So pop sockets is something to look into. It's not a huge upfront investment either, because a lot of times you get into fundraising and some of them want huge upfront investments. Pop sockets is one. I can get the company that we're using at my school. That's pretty reasonable. It's like $150 to get so many, and then you just kind of get more in as you sell them. Those are, you know, like I said, we could get Raiders on it. Right now, the Pura Vida bracelets are huge right now, which is these. This is my school colors. So you can get them any color you want. My school's selling them for $5, which probably all your girls know. You have to buy them for more than that at the store. This is, again, not a whole lot of upfront cost, and they're popular. So we might be able to, you know, especially, you know, even if we did the black, white, gray, whatever, I don't know, but it's another one that's pretty easy to do. Yeah, I mean, I know we're spread out, but the other thing that makes us tons of money is when you do a breakfast. I'm sorry. I mean, we use the local Elks Club. I mean, even if we did one in our area, because there's like 5 of us, and then if we did one in a different area, I mean, if you reach out to like your Elks or Lions or whatever, you can have it like at their place, and it's not a huge. I mean, Applebee's does it too. I mean, that's always a possibility, but they bring in money. Every time we've done one, they bring in money. So I mean, it's a little bit of work for us.
We have a Sunday off in the middle of winter. So there's one Sunday at the Dome where there's a showcase tournament going, which we're not going to. And if there was a time to ever do that,
that would be it.
That would probably
so we
be it.
have to reach out to places, restaurants, or like I said, Elks or whatever, that we could do that.
Reach out to restaurants.
I know, I mean, Jelly used to know.
I could probably get a lot of my vendors to chip in. So
Yeah.
we would probably have 0 food cost.
Which would be huge. Like in the girls' work, they like take the orders and bring out the food, and like, you know, the girls do all the work when you're there. You just sell tickets and, you know, everybody comes and.
You're just saying we can do it at your place?
Cannot do it at my place.
Okay.
Just Sunday morning.
Insurance?
No offense.
Oh,
If
yeah.
we found
Big
a
business
venue,
day.
I mean,
Yeah. We
I
just
don't
have,
mind doing the cooking.
Yep.
I can probably get all the whatever we decided, pancake mix, eggs, bacon,
yeah.
and all that donated.
Cool.
So that's like
You're a profit.
nothing out of pocket,
Which is
unless you
huge.
have to pay for a venue, which I'm sure you could probably.
Yeah, which I don't mind. I mean, if we want to look in our immediate area, I mean, I don't mind doing the footwork, reaching out. You know, you got to be like the Elks, like people who do that.
The Corning Moose is good too.
Corning Moose is good.
I'm tight with them.
So maybe you
They'll
could even
give us their facility if I ask.
see. So maybe you could. I mean, I know for some of you that's far away. I mean, there's 5 of us there.
I'll help you cook.
Families.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Is I mean, I don't know how many teams would be involved with that showcase on that Sunday, but if 10 or 12 teams end up going up there, there's parents could be standing around for like 6 hours. And if I called Bob and said, "Hey Bob, we're gonna send a team or 2 over to the thing and work with Bob Fox," I like Bob Fox. I bet you he would advertise that for us if we had a location
Right.
in the area of the dome, and there's going to be 400 parents wanting to eat something.
Right. So they do
Big Flint didn't charge. Big Flint didn't charge when we did.
At the dome? No, I can't. The Raiders can't, but you could. Call it Raiders. Like the organization can't collect the money and pay the money, but a parent could run a 50-50 for a donation to the organization as long as it's 100% payout, and that becomes a donation to us, and we don't get in trouble.
And if you have that many people, if we chose a Pop Soccer or a Pura Vida, they're going to sell there too. I mean, because right now, with younger, well, these are huge with everybody. If you've looked at your daughter's arms, you know. And like I said, it doesn't have to be, you can get some Raider Pop Sockets, but you can just get some with cool designs.
So I should talk to Bob. So we could do that the day of that.
Because I know my son's hockey team at their first arena, they do a 50-50, like one night of,
Yeah.
yeah, do the winter games.
Yeah.
They do one night 50-50, we get half.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing you could do. You could do like a Panera fundraising night. So like you talk to them, and Panera just came up because they do this all the time. So it's like one night, and whoever, all the sales, the team gets like half of the sales or whatever. So you like advertise to everybody you know to go get.
I got a bad experience with that.
Okay.
I don't suggest it.
All right.
I tried that twice and I got rooked
Okay.
both times.
That's good to know that.
I got a suggestion.
Sure.
So for 2 years now I've been doing this. I just did it with the 12U Conklin, but some of you got phone calls. But
Well, I get a lot of it.
So it's called a 59-minute sale, and they do different things. So with my varsity team, I did it 2 years in a row. The first year we did tumblers, and they'll customize a tumbler with like the Raiders logo on it, or they will sell college teams and that type of thing on there too. They're normally $20 for a tumbler. Your team makes $8 off of each tumbler. It's a 59-minute sale. What happens is you give all the girls a prospect list. They put down every name they possibly can think of that they can call to sell them a tumbler. You get all the girls together. I normally buy pizza and soda for everybody, and they come in with their cell phones, and they got 59 minutes to go through that list and call everybody they can to try to sell a tumbler. With 12 girls on my varsity team, in 59 minutes, we raised $4,600 selling tumblers. Last year I did pies, frozen pies. In 59 minutes, we raised $5,200. I just did it with the 12Us because Thanksgiving's coming up. It's this perfect time to do it. We did it with the 12Us. We raised, I think it was, right now I think we're at $4,600 profit in 59 minutes.
There you go.
So the sale works. I got the lady who'll come in and do it. The best thing about this is there's 2 departments. So the girls that are from up north, where we're from, the lady handles the pies up there, and the actual freezer plant that they get the pies from are right in Binghamton. So anybody from that area can pick up their pies from. We can designate somebody on the team to be there, and they pick up the pies. So the bad part about that is you have to go deliver the stuff to the people you sell to. That's the only bad part about it. But in an hour, you're going to make thousands of dollars. So it's just a thing that I do every year. I've done it with my varsity, and I just did it with the 12Us, and it went awesome. And it kind of brings them all together. They're all in a room. They're pitching people on the phone. You know, it was fun. It was a good time, and it works. So just a suggestion. I got the lady we can talk to. She'll be more than happy to come down, explain the whole deal to everybody, and she'll be there on the day of the fundraiser. And normally at the end, whatever we add up, she writes a big check out. We get a picture taken with the big check of what we made, and you know, it works. That's all I can say.
Okay.
If anybody, if you guys are interested in doing that, I can put that together for us.
I think it's a good idea.
Without a problem.
When do they collect the money for that?
When they drop the pies off, or the tumblers, whatever we decide to. And there's other things that we could sell. They don't have to be pies or tumblers. You want to try to plan it right. So I would say we probably want to try to plan it like maybe towards Christmas or after Christmas, towards Easter or wherever we want to do it. But you want to try to, if you're going to do the pies. Tumblers you can sell anytime. Everybody loves those tumblers, the cold and hot tumbler things. Everybody has one. Or some people got 20 of them, you know, but everybody buys them. So it works. And then there's like 70 other products that we can do it with. So
Fuzzy socks.
Huh?
Kids are telling me they want fuzzy socks for
I
Christmas.
see that information.
I saw that. I thought it was a good idea.
And then on top of that,
I think
whoever
it's a really
sells,
good
like she'll say, whoever sells 50 pies, you get this iPhone system. Each girl that sells 50 gets the iPhone system. It's like a speaker and everything else. Then she has those, I don't know what the hell it's called, the pop sockets on the phones. If you sell 20, everybody gets one of those. So there's prizes, there's different things that she hands out to the girls. So it kind of gets a little competitive. So it's fun. It really is. But it works. I know that much.
Once before Christmas and 4 or 5 months later.
Yeah, we could.
Well, that's a good point too. That's
That's a good
Different
idea.
items as well.
It's a really good idea.
And she does, this is what this lady does. She strictly does fundraisers. And she's independent. And I've been dealing with her for about 6 years, and she's awesome. And she'll come in and she'll go over all kinds. I mean, she does do the cookie dough. She does all that other stuff too. But she's got probably 300 different fundraisers that we can get into on. So if I can hook that up.
Yeah,
Whatever we
let's do
need
that.
to.
I think
the
that's a good
time is
idea.
right. 59 minutes. Like,
Does everybody agree that's probably a good idea?
yeah.
So we're gonna try to figure out the breakfast. You got that one?
Yep.
You got the
I got it.
59-minute one?
Yep.
And then so talk about the socks.
It's just those fuzzy, crazy socks with all different patterns that you can get jumpsuit, which I wouldn't recommend your child wearing marijuana leaves.
My
but-
son does. I have 4 members.
I have those and softball, dogs, everything. So and I think the profit per sock, I think they're $5 a sock and you earn like $2.50 per sock.
Yep.
So it's a pretty decent profit. They're willing to, it's a friend of mine, her husband runs it. So she's willing to bring them to me and pick up whatever we don't sell. And we just keep what we sell.
How would we put it out?
I would recommend, and I don't know if we were allowed to do this, but at games, bring them with us and set up a little table. I don't know if you're allowed to do
They
that.
would kill us.
Would they?
Yeah, they'd want
What
the
if I'm
cut
like,
from
I don't
Jersey.
know, I could not do that.
How about
What about the dome?
I'll be in the river.
The dome, we could do it at the dome.
Yeah.
We could do it at the breakfast.
Could we do it like social media?
Yes.
So the hats and the socks is put together. So we're doing both of those simultaneously.
That's a good idea.
How fast can we get that?
I can get them as soon as next week.
Okay, because that would be great Christmas.
That's what I'm
thinking.
thinking.
We gotta
So
do that.
could you two work together on that and put those two together? And then you got that one?
Well, I need you to tell me about the
I will. I got the answer. And then
Breakfast Jamie and I'll stay in touch with
you
you.
two got that. So that's awesome. So we're gonna do so we're not too long just filming all this. In August of next year, we're gonna run our golf tournament or early September. And what we're gonna do is it's gonna give us from now all the way to then. So it's gonna be difficult in the sense that new people that come in and tryouts next year will be like, what's going on? But it'll be great because most of you that are coming back, and most of you will be here, other than the 20s, right? A couple kids. You'll have been comfortable, understand, and it'll be out there ahead of us. So we'll have fundraising before we start the next year, so we're not talking about this in the middle. And I think it'll make everybody's life a lot easier going forward. And it's just better time of the year to do it, I think. And it's a great time to get everybody together, to first meet each other, to put faces together. So.
And are we looking at having that in Syracuse this time?
For the first year, I'm going to do it at Endwell Green because Rich told me that he would take care of it for me, that he would set it up and run it. So I have 2 people involved that are going to set that up. We just need people to put their time together for signs, operations, and then we'll have a group of people that take care of the prizes that we give out. We'll have a couple people that take care of the day, but the golf course runs itself. They feed us, and we always do very, very well. And that gives everybody time to put some golfers together. And I'm going to make it organizational.
I will help them with that. I mean, I'm there, but also I helped them the past few years, so I know what it's going to take.
Yeah, just to kind of.
And the guy who makes the signs is local there anyway, and he does it for free.
Yes. So how that works is you're responsible, each child's parents are responsible for minimal of 2 corporate sponsors. And they get a T sign or a whatever sign, right? $100 each.
It doesn't have to be corporate, right?
Or
We've had
any
families
sponsor. It
donate
could be any
money.
sponsor.
Yeah.
You need $200 sponsors. And then I think the thing we're talking about doing different this year is instead, normally we used to tell everybody you need to bring in a team of 4, right? And we take $100, which feeds you, it's a fundraiser, and you bring in a team of 4. What ended up happening is parents were paying for their team because they couldn't get other golfers because we were doing it in May and people were playing softball and it was just a nightmare. So I think the thought process is what we're going to do is everybody is responsible to bring in golfers, but I'm going to open it up organizationally, okay? And you guys will be in charge of the signage. So the signage will be 100% profit for the gold team. The rest of the organization, however many golfers they bring in, each team will make accordingly based on which golfers they bring in. So if you bring in 8 golfers, the gold team will make the money off the 8 golfers. If the 12U team brings in 30 golfers, they'll make their money off the golfers that they bring in. All right, and then I think that way we could fill a tournament and have it organizationally, and I think it'll be profitable for everybody. And a good day, good time for everybody to see each other and get to know each other. Outside of that, my Yankee tickets, if anybody wants to take those tickets and feels like, if all of you feel that you could get, I mean, there's a lot of Yankee fans in New York. People know Yankee fans, right? We could open it up to an online thing and draw it out on trivia night. If we want to put the dates and a flyer together and send them out, if you feel you can get 10 people to buy a $20 ticket for 2 field level seats, second row, if we could sell 100 of them, you can make $2,000. So that's up to you guys. If you tell me you want to do it, I'll offer it. I'm not going to run it. I got enough to do.
Well, I think we all have put something on our social media or Facebook.
Exactly. I don't have that. See, it's hard for me. But yes, you guys could. You had a meme or whatever it's called. Is that what it's called?
A meme.
A meme? A meme. I don't know. She sends me stuff. I don't know what the hell it is. So
I can certainly make something. I'll have to look. I'm thinking 2 things. I know that Emma took a picture from the seats they sat in last year.
Yep.
So we could use that, and I might actually have pictures of the tickets from last year. I'll have to look.
Perfect. The dates will change. I'll have to tell you what dates they are.
Okay.
The dates that are available.
Okay.
All right. I think we've beat this horse to death.
Good.
Yeah.